2008 Land Rover LR2. Gonna change the case on the key fob. Mine's pretty beat up. You can see it's got 150 something thousand miles on it. It's seen better days. Even the portion where the keyring would go is slotted here. So what I'm gonna do is pull the key out, set that aside, and then this one, it's already been broken enough, it just comes apart. Got a new one here from Amazon. Pretty much the cheapest one I could find. Again, I just need it to be functional. It's got an uncut key. Not going to worry about that because I'll just carry the old key over. And another difference is this piece is a nice soft rubber. Some good tactile feedback. This is just hard plastic. Kind of feels like I could snap it just pushing on it. But we'll see. One other difference I just noticed is the original key says Land Rover, where this one's smooth on the side. Not a big deal. So I'm just going to pop this guy out. Got a few flathead screwdrivers here. This is some rechargeable battery, things like 20 something bucks. I'm going to try to get away with just running a 3-volt CR2032. So I used this key not long ago, and it's supposed to recharge when it's in the I don't know, whatever that's called, where the key gets docked on the vehicle. Just check this battery real quick. A little over 3 volts. This one, if I can get underneath there. Oh. Well, that's not going to work. Actually, if you come in on the back, you can tap this large solder joint and this small one here. It's about 2.57 volts, 2.58. So this one's not fully charging, basically where that's going. And I've been having issues with the vehicle not locking and unlocking properly. So again, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this without soldering these. I'm basically just going to break these tabs on the top and the bottom. It's difficult to see there. And then I'll put some dielectric grease in there and get the other battery in. All right, I'm not going to record the whole process, but just prying and pulling here gently. I got above the one tab here. I'll get above the other one in a second. All right, so the old battery's out. Took a lot of prying. Despite my valiant efforts to not have to solder, I actually broke off the lower tab, which is not what I thought was going to happen. So I'm going to have to solder into here. Also note that the 2032 is a smaller battery than this original Panasonic, but it's not going to matter because I'm going to drop it in here and use dielectric grease on both sides, and it's not going to be able to pop out of position there anyway. VL2330 is the original part number in case anybody wants to replace the battery. All right, we're all lined up for surgery here. I'm able to grab the back because there aren't any parts of the circuit running through that part of the board. So I'll solder this in. All right, it's not pretty, but I got that piece soldered back in there, and I checked on my meter, have some resistance. I'll just loosely install that battery and make sure that I have voltage. All right, so I'm holding this battery in place with my hand. Touch here, I got 3.138 volts. All right, I just fit a little cardboard spacer in here to fill that gap. Was real liberal with the dielectric grease. And then we'll line up the hazard button with the button down here. Again, this all fits really tight, so it's not a big deal. Snap the back side of the case on. Just want to make sure I'm lined up here. Okay. There wasn't any rubber gasket or anything here. Actually, if you want the part number from the original, it's right there. Trying to get a little closer.